I'm Tom O'Neill, a landscape photographer from the northwest of England. Join me as I photograph epic mountainscapes, serene lakes, majestic seascapes, and magnificent waterfalls. This is Solo Photo Ventures. Good morning. So, it's the 11th of January, at least from my perspective. It's been snowing a lot. As you can see, the landscape's looking absolutely fantastic. So I've come to a fairly local location. I've come to the Nick of Pendle, which is here in Lancashire, about 10 miles from where I live. I'm hoping to trek across this towards Pendle Hill. I'm hoping to get some nice photos of the landscape in all this snow. Now, so far I haven't been able to enjoy it that much because I've been working in it. But today's my day off. I thought instead of wasting the day, I'd come out and see what I can get. Now we have got some nice warm light hitting the hills. There's some nice soft shadows being created. Hopefully I'll make some good images. Now that's Pendle Hill in the distance over there. I'm going to have to walk up and round here, up that hill there where there's all the people, and get over to that hill there. May or may not happen because it's actually 10 times harder to walk up in this than it is normally. But we'll see, we'll give it a go. I'm going to run some video for you, and I'll come back to you when there's something to talk about. So I've managed to get my first couple of shots of the day. First shot, looking down that way, which I believe is towards Sabden. I may be wrong on that. I think Sabden might be further this way. Unfortunately, I can't get a shot over this way because of the sun, which, as you can see, is right behind me. And it's a little bit too low in the sky to actually get a good shot that way. There's a lot of mist over there though. I'm loving that, so I'm hoping to get a shot there later if I can get a better angle further up the hill. I've just got a shot down here. I'm loving the frosty landscape and the old farm building there. You can't really see it on the video, but if I just turn you around, there you go. If you can see that landscape, it looks absolutely fantastic. Now we've got Harlech Pike in the distance and Longridge Fell over there, all making up a really nice landscape. Now the biggest issue you come up with when you're shooting in winter landscapes is the snow, especially when you've got nice warm sunshine over there and a cold snowy shadow here. It plays havoc with your white balance, so you have to be very careful of that. I shoot in auto white balance, but I'm shooting in raw, so I can actually correct it later. You just need to bring it up, bring the warm tones up, just so it looks normal to your eye. First shot's in the bag. I'm going to go a bit further up the hill and see what I can get up there. I've managed to get the shot looking towards Sabden, which is just over my shoulder there. And sadly the sun is right in my face over here, so I can't get anything that way, but looking that way, if I turn you around, as you can see, we've got some nice tracks leading off. Somebody's obviously been sledging. Got some nice tracks leading down the hill, leading into the valley, which is just kissed by some mist. I think that should be a good shot. I've taken two shots, one a wide angle and one I've zoomed in a little to get a little bit more intimate landscape. Hopefully they'll work out. If they do, I'll put those shots up now for you, and we'll wander a bit further up the hill. Sadly, I don't think I'm making Pendle Hill today, which is a bit further that way than I thought. There is some sort of weather coming in over there, so I'm a little concerned by that. It is darkening over the landscape there. So I'm going to go a little bit further up, see if there's any more photos to be had, and make a decision from there. Okay, so I've just managed to get a shot here that I quite like the look of. You can see down here I've got some of these grasses just covered in ice, and that's been lit up nicely by the sun. It's shining nicely in the sun, that is. Over in the distance I've got Parlick Pike with some dapple light on it because of the clouds breaking up the light, and it looks really nice. It's glowing nicely. That as a foreground with that as a background I think looks quite interesting. I've taken that shot. It looks good on the back of the camera, but obviously we're going to have to see what it looks like when I've edited it. I've taken a couple because I didn't just want to chance a one-off shot, especially since I'm handheld shooting. Didn't bother focus stacking or anything like that. I just took one shot, and the background will be blurry, but it'll be a nice glow in the background. At least that's my theory. Certainly plays out like that on the back of the camera, so we'll see what the shot looks like when I've finished. It's a little bit more further to go up, then should get a nice shot of the surrounding landscape. Let's continue. So I've made it to the Nick of Pendle. Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but the peak you can see in the distance behind me, that's Pendle Hill. It's a little further away than I thought, so I'm not going there today. Not in this. I need to, I think for the way I've geared myself out today, I geared myself out for a shorter walk, so I'm going to do that another day. It is on the back burner for some other plans anyway, but I've been able to get some nice shots of the landscape just being lit up by the sunlight there. So I've managed to get a couple of shots over towards Parlick Pike and over the fields that I've got in front of me. Sunlight, when it hits them, it creates a nice warm light over the landscape, once you've still got the coldness of the snow and the shadows. And depending how I edit it, that should come out to be a good image. It's not something I'd normally recommend, shooting up a mountain at this sort of time of day, but this time of year it's not so bad because the shadows are a bit longer and softer. If you look at my shadow over here, as you can see, it's a lot longer and a lot softer than it would be normally at this time of day. It's around lunchtime at the moment. It's looking absolutely stunning. I'm still determined to get a shot over towards Sabden, but I'm not risking walking in this because I can see there's a couple of areas where people have walked there, and it's about it's a good 8 to 10 inches deep where they've stood, so God knows what it's like up there. And one shot I did get, I don't know if you can make it out, but the grass here is frozen, and with the sunlight coming through it looks like weird little icicles coming out of the landscape, so I've got a couple of shots of that up there as well. I'm going to put them up now, and I'm going to try and find my shot over towards Sabden. Okay, so I've managed to get a shot looking down towards Sabden. There is still some mist on the hills over there and in the valleys, which I think looks really nice. I'm hoping it translates nicely onto the image. The sun dipped very kindly behind that cloud, which created a more diffused look to the light, which made it a lot easier to shoot down that way. Hopefully I did manage to avoid any sunspots or anything like that. Again, I'm only going to know when I get on the computer, but looking on the back of the camera looks pretty good. I'm making my way back down to the car now, which is a good mile away, and there's one more shot I want to get when I'm there. I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet, because the sun has changed since I came up here. Let's find out. I've actually come down a different way than when I went up. A little bit more sketchy, but I wanted to get into a position to get this shot I want. Got an old farm building of some sort there, probably some sort of shelter for sheep or something like that. Not sure for me, it may be an old dwelling or something, but whatever it is, it looks really nice in the landscape. As you can see at the moment, the landscape's still all really frozen over. Got the nice cold looking mountain behind it, but in front I've got all this nice warm lighting created by the sun. And I actually quite like that as an image. And that's what I came down here for, to actually get. I wanted to get quite a low image to cut out all the cars and the road, and I wanted to make it look as natural a landscape as possible. Pretty happy with how that's come out, providing it comes out the way it should. Here that image comes now. So that brings to close another video. Bit of a random one this. I didn't know whether I was going to make a video or not today, but hopefully I've managed to get something good. It's looking absolutely beautiful, the landscape at the moment. I'm glad I actually got to get a bit of photography done in it. I was thinking of going somewhere else today, but it was a little far at the moment, when I've got something planned for later on in the year, about March time. So I've made the most of the local landscape, which is always a good thing. I'm sorry I didn't get to Pendle Hill today, but there are two reasons. Number one, there are a lot of people around today. I generally come to places like this to avoid people, not be surrounded by them like I am today. But secondly, I have got another plan for Pendle Hill later on in the year. I'm not going to say when, and I'm not going to say what it is, because I don't want somebody jumping on it and spoiling it. It is going to involve wild camping, so yeah, best not to advertise too much. I'm also hoping to do that with a friend as well, so looking forward to that. Don't know what's coming up next week, because I haven't actually filmed that yet, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, thumbs up and a share, and join me in the next video. In the meantime, bye for now.